Hello everyone, so this is another type of video that I always wanted to do, and it is to cook because I am extremely lazy. I hate cooking and I just dislike it. I think it's a really boring way to process food, and I would like to show you what I do when I cook something or have to cook something. And so my idea today is, so first I'm gonna peel a carrot because I have some of these and I don't know what to do with them. And I don't like to cook intensively or just really simple stuff like where I can get the flavor of the thing that I'm actually eating and it just tastes yummy. So the carrot, I'm gonna put a bit of olive oil into my pan and start heating it up. I don't cook with measures. I never cooked with measures because I just hate cooking with measures. I think it's not really reproducible in my case. Like I don't know how I can reproduce it because I just don't have always a balance with me or something like this. So for me, it's about being practical. I also don't like, for me it was now also, I don't have a washing machine. So for me the question was now also, oh, how am I gonna get this carrot small without having another thing that I at the end need to clean. So I'm not using a plate for this to first collect it and then whatever. Then I have also I wanted to add some onion, but just realized I actually only have one onion left. And I'm not sure if I'm already gonna go for groceries tomorrow or not, so I wanna keep this onion in stock. And yeah, so this is a dish I'm also preparing for the first time. No idea if it will turn out good or bad. I just think it will turn out alright, and maybe even good. So I will mix my carrots with this olive oil and I don't know how to say this in English, but you just bake it for a moment. Because I'm not putting an onion, I will just add a small garlic clove. I just chop it into small pieces. Also here, I don't take a board to chop it. It's just more convenient to directly chop everything into your pan, make life easy, don't wash a lot of dishes. Of course, I believe if you would make it properly, the taste that you at the end get is gonna be different, but for me it's also about being just being efficient. So this is here, it's gonna get away. What I'm going to add is this Spätzli, and I got it from a shop here. It was reduced, and a small bargain is always good. As I like to say, we love bargains. At least I do. I grew up like this, so for me it's just type of mentality that I have from my parents, and I'm not mad about it. So this is something for 3 to 4 people. I would put probably almost half of the package because I'm not going to eat anything else besides this. Let's see how much this is going to be. Now I mix this in, and the goal is that, and I go a bit down with the heat now, that all of this mixes well together. So of course this is now processed food. It's not really something I made, but if I see something small like this, a bargain, then I just buy it. I don't buy these pasta-like things on egg-based a lot. It's not really my thing, but I think like once, twice a year or something like this, I would say buy a package of this. So it's really rare, and this is going to be one of the rare occasions you see me eating of this thingy. So I leave this now. I will add some pepper, or a mix of pepper to it. Then I would like to add some red pepper. This is something you get from the Turkish store. I usually just also randomly check what do I have to add into it. What I never did, but I like to actually, I like these spices for the meat, and they taste really nice on me. I'm wondering if what's in it. I think it should be like just a pinch of it, because it has some different spice in it. It might taste just really nice. I don't have really rules. It's about trying and seeing if it tastes nice or not. Most of the time I would say it kind of ends up tasting ooh la la good. So yeah, I'm mixing this well now. I'm making it flat so these Spätzli, they can get crispy. And what I'm also gonna add, another bargain that I found, is the Gorgonzola on top. And this is also kind of why I'm making this meal, because I just found these ingredients and I thought, hey, I can actually do something with these. Yeah. So for the making it crispy, I usually turn a bit the heat on. And when I see the first spots where I'm like, oh yeah, now it's like getting crispy, I tend to add my cheese in it. It smells at least really nice, I have to say. It was Spätzli with truffles. I'm not sure like what kind of a fraction of truffle is really in there. I think it's just probably the aroma and some brownish looking thingies in it, but not really. Yeah, like how much percent it's so yes, it's the water of the truffles, but it's not necessarily truffles. And I think the small round blackish points that they have in it, it's just some spices they put in into making it look like truffles. The other half of the package I will just keep for one day during the week, when I can again make something, cook something, just something quick to eat. Now I'm gonna add a bit of the Gorgonzola on top and let it melt. Yeah, I like cheese. I think everyone loves cheese. I'm also one of these cheese lovers, just love it. I used to hate Gorgonzola. I used to hate my parents, especially for the fact that they were consuming this in our house. But now I think you need to get used to eating cheese. I remember like the times when I was starting really to eat cheese, the first times, for me this was just a nightmare, because I felt like cheese doesn't really melt. It just like it's not something that dies in your mouth. It just like breaks into smaller pieces and it's still alive. So therefore I really had issues with consuming actual cheese. I don't have these now anymore at all. I still feel odd when I just have a piece of cheese, but I think I can live with this. I have a really small kitchen, but I think for the price I pay and all this, it's really worth it, and it's a new kitchen, like, yeah, it's just worth it. and I don't think I'm paying too much or too little. So I'm really happy with what I have, I would say. Yeah, I think now all the cheese is well spread. The Spätzli and the, what is it called, the carrot and the garlic is well cooked. So now I want one side of it to be really crispy. I'm just gonna put it on slow heat to make this, to give it that crisp. And also that it doesn't burn, of course. Yeah, and then it's about serving myself. I am not a person who, I used to eat also during study time is often out of a pan to not make another pan dirty, but I'm over this time. This is not me anymore, and I'm happy. I might come back at one point in my life again to the fact that I need to do this. I really hope not, because it's just better to eat from a plate, looking that it doesn't burn down. But I also, yeah, I have this weird issue. I like burnt food a lot. I think everyone has a bit of this. Just crispy food is the best. And I like this pan because it's super easy to clean. So it's just the best. It tastes really nice, actually. Better than I expected, because I was like, it might taste a bit, yeah, not good, but I think the garlic gives it a nice, strong taste. The carrots are still slightly crunchy, which is good. And that's just perfect. I am now gonna prepare myself a YouTube video to watch while I am eating, and I will try to make like these 2 hours of studying or something productive, at least for myself. There's, my goal is to make it not work related, but sometimes you cannot escape it, so it's gonna end up being work. I'm gonna pour myself some nice juice. Well, it's not juice, it's some grapefruit thingy. For some reason, the last weeks I'm constantly seeking something that has some, how do you call it, acid in it? Not acid, like it's sparkling. I cannot tell you why, but it's just how my brain changed. Not sure if I have some issues and my body is like trying to get over it by eating, by having these sparkly juices. I'm not sure if this looks now aesthetically pleasing when I present it in the pan, a bit closer to look at, because for me this is done. Yay. If I now would have some green thingies to garnish it, I would absolutely garnish it, put something lovely on top of it, but I don't. Also, I love this pan because it doesn't get scratched. One of the best things a pan can offer you, doesn't get scratched, because I tend to use a lot the spoon. And I love it when it like has this slightly burned layer on the bottom. And I put the pan usually immediately, if it has something that is sticking to it, I put it immediately into the sink, because I don't want it to dry out and then it's like super difficult to clean. This is how the final product looks. I think it's pretty well for how quick it was. So this video lasted 14 minutes, and I say, yeah, it's a 14 minutes video, it's a 14 minutes worth meal kind of to eat. Wish you all bon appetit and wish you all a nice evening.